Yeah, well, does it look like our friends just wandered off, or out of game? Is it just because they're not here or
Yeah,
something? Or
it's because they're not here.
okay, all right. So I guess they would want us to keep going forward. Balthazar? What do you think?
Yes, we shall carry on. We are going this way. He starts to march as he's pointing that way.
Wait, is that the way? Is that the way we were supposed to be going?
Oh, the direction we were going before.
Okay, yeah, let's go that way.
Alright, so
And,
Balasar leads the party, the remnants of the party, towards the north along the large trail with lots of footprints.
Yeah, is the cleric still with us?
The Alkalite, yes, he is with you, Durgan. So the total of 4 of you continue onwards.
Sounds like a plan. I'm right behind Balasar.
Okay.
I look for ghosts. Do I see ghosts?
Ghost is there, but he's moving off into the trees. Try to move along with stealth, as usual.
As per usual.
Not Balasar, he's stomping, making all kinds of noise.
I'll let Balazar bring him out. I'll take him down. Or run.
Let's see, what do we get on a 6 here? Alright, D20. 1. Oh, nice. Alright, so you guys are traveling along, and you see the tracks stop on the trail, and it looks like they kind of sidestep around. Up ahead of you, you see a clearing off into the distance. It's, like I said, it's still pretty dark. You see a lot of the trees up ahead are really twisted. They don't have a lot of leaves on them. And you look at it a little bit more, and you start to see there's a lot of heavy webbing throughout the area. You see some carapaces of some bugs strewn about the floor, and it looks like there's a couple of cocoons hanging from some trees up ahead.
I tell Balasar to stop. Don't touch any of the webbing.
Yeah, he stops because that's exactly where he was heading.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. So, you said the track stopped right where we see the webbing and stuff like that, right?
It stops before it gets to the webbing. It stopped all of a sudden. Through some, if you look at the tracks for a little bit, you could see where it looks like somebody, probably in the last day or so, has cut through, skirting around this area, cut a path through, and a lot of the prints head off towards the west.
Do the tracks match up with the cut path?
What do you mean, do they match up with a cut path?
Do they? Well, does it look like whoever made the tracks cut their way through the forest to go around the area?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's follow that path.
Okay.
I tell Balasar we should follow that path that's not directly through the spider's nest.
Alright, we were following the tracks, right? That's what we were doing? They had stopped, and then you said there's a path.
Yeah. And I say don't test the webbing or anything like that because we don't know. But I think there are giant spiders here. I just had that feeling. I don't know. Let's follow the other path that they made, so that hopefully we won't disturb the nest.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys are going to travel along the cut path then?
Yes.
I'm making a move for it, Keith. I can't help it.
Alright. Toki and Balazar, you guys start heading along the cut path. I'm going to go ahead and have you guys both roll perception checks.
How proficient?
Neither am I,
Okay.
apparently.
Ready? Alright. So you guys head along. You guys are heading that way. You don't see Ghost. He kind of disappeared. And you see Durgish going along. Let's see.
Well, I mean, it's kind of normal for us not to see him, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. He does it to you all the time. All right, Truman.
What's up, Keith?
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand, followed by a second stealth check, please.
Sorry about that. I forgot about the dice tower until now.
Gotcha. That's fine. Alright, so you make your move. And... Oops. Edge. Alright, so
shit.
as you're reaching down to scoop those up, all of a sudden you feel something sticky hit you along the back, and you spin about, and you see that you're being encased within a web at this point.
I am?
Yes.
Well, that's poopy. What do I do?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
How thick is this web?
It's looking pretty thick at this point. You going to try and break through, or chop
Oh,
on it, yell, lay down
I-
and die?
I got a plan, but I'm trying to see if I could do it without hurting myself. Crap. I'm going to die.
Okay.
I'm going to... No, not really. I'm gonna focus, and I'm gonna put this armor of Agathis on myself, hoping it'll help somewhat. A protective magical force surrounds me and manifesting as a spectral frost that covers me in my gear. It gives me 5 temporary hit points. I'm going to expend both psionic both PSPs right now. So that's my first action, to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
let me know when I can make another.
Alright, go ahead and roll initiative at this point. We'll get back to you, you guys here in a minute. Alright. And with that, you see a large creature as it starts maneuvering its way down the web, and as it gets closer to you, it takes a bite out, or tries to bite at you, and it barely misses you. You feel its mandibles kind of touching you. Alright, it's your turn. What are you going to do? Are you going to scream for mercy?
No, for my next action,
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
going
you
to-
anyways.
yeah, I'm going to focus on. Can I draw a blade? Can I move enough to draw a blade?
Go ahead and give me an athletics check. Let's see if you can try and struggle enough to draw your blade.
Go ahead and see if I can struggle enough to draw it.
Yep. So make this athletics
You know, I'll just draw a dagger. It'd be a little easier.
check. Okay.
But I'll go ahead and give you my athletics check.
Alright.
Will acrobatics work?
Nope. Athletics. Because you ain't dodging your way out of a web. Alright, you're struggling against the webbing as it's getting tighter and tighter to try and pull out your dagger.
Okay.
You have it in your hand, but your arms are kind of getting pinned next to your chest.
Oh,
area.
I just need it to be able to touch the webbing. I'm going to focus on the blade, and I'm going to use Searing Smite, which causes it to glow white hot.
Okay.
Webs burn easy.
Alright, and with that, the webs start loosening up, and you're able to free your arms at that point. And with that, the spider is going to try and make another attack at you. Oops. And it looks like this time he's gonna bite you.
Jerk.
And I need for you to make a Constitution savings throw, please. Alright. You feel a burning sensation coming from the wound. But looks like you're able to fight it off. Alright, your turn again.
My turn?
Yep.
Right. I'm concentrating on my other hand to summon a side blade.
Alright, so you're going to use your action for that.
Oh, that takes an action to summon that?
Yep.
Okay, is my rapier pretty much stuck?
If
To my
it's
hip?
on you, you can pull it out.
Okay, I'll draw that. And take 2 attacks with the dagger and rapier on the spider.
While he's doing that, Balazar and Toki, you guys can make another set of perception checks to see if you see all this movement over there by the spider webbing yet.
Okay, let's see.
Both of those are going to hit. Alright, Balazar, you look out of your corner of your eye off to the right, you see some movement, and you look closer, and you're pretty sure you see Ghost over there struggling in the webbing, while Toki, looks like Toki hasn't seen it. Go ahead and do your damage, Ghost.
With the Searing Smite, what's that, an extra D6, I think?
I believe so.
Oh, maybe I should have just rolled under the spell.
Alright.
Yes, a D6 fire.
That'd be 19 altogether.
Alright. It kind of starts to back up from you. Balazars, what are you going to do now that you've noticed Ghost over there struggling in the webbing?
Well, just to remind Truman that with the Searing Smite on the spider's turn, it has to make a con save or keep taking fire damage.
Oh, that's correct.
Well, Balasar's gonna call out, Tokiladu, look!
And I
He
look.
points over towards Ghost.
I look over to see that crazy mess happening. Do we see the spider that he's attacking, or do we just see him in the web?
You see a bunch of webbing between you and him. You can kind of make out his form through the webbing. You do see another spider-like form over there next to Ghost. It looks like he's trying to fight off.
Is there like any way for Balasar to get close to help him, or is he in like a tree, or is he on the ground?
He's on the ground. Balazar could get close to him. He'll have to break through, looks like a row of, or like a wall of webbing to get to him.
Would I be able to just follow the path that we took back towards where we were before and get to him?
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that, and you could get into initiative next round if you go that way.
Okay, I think I'll have to do that because I can't get stuck in this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know, if I don't already have my sword and shield drawn, I'll do that while I'm moving over there.
Okay. And you're following along behind him, Toki?
Well, I would want to use. Could I use my spell Eldritch Blast on the spider, or would I have to get into like another position where I could actually to hit it or something?
I'll let you use it against him. You don't have a real clear line of sight because of the big wall of spiderweb between you and him. But if you want to take an attack, you can. I'll give you disadvantage at it, but you can make an attack if you want.
Okay. The spell may hit the wall of webbing or something, right?
Yeah.
Sucks. You know, I'll go around because I don't want to attract any more spiders than we already have right now. So I'll follow Balasar behind him, and then by the time I get over there, could while following him, could I look for like a gap in the webbing so I could use my just blast, or would I have to use it now?
No, you could try and find an opportunity as you're going along.
But yeah, that's what I want to do.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. If you get high enough, I'll say that you see an opening somewhere as you're following behind him to launch it.
Okay.
And you travel down the path about 30 feet, and you see an opening in the webbing with a clear line of sight at the spider.
Nice. So I definitely want to use my attack against it.
Okay, go ahead, make your attack. Alright, go ahead and describe that. As you roll
So
damage.
I use my wand to. I use my wand, and a string of how can I say, electricity flows from it and zaps. A purple electricity flows from it and zaps the spider's abdomen.
Alright,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll your damage.
Well,
Alright, and with that, you see
Well, that happened.
it kind of maneuvers as it moves back to put you in focus along with Ghost. And at this point, you see it kind of hunched down, and it makes a jump at Ghost.
Hey, Keith, give me a savings throw.
Okay.
It's still got some flames licking on it for my concentration, or up to 1 minute.
Gotcha. Con? What kind of savings throw?
I believe it is.
it's a con save.
Alright, got a 13.
13, I believe it made it.
Alrighty. Then as it
So the flames die out.
then it launches out to bite at you. And it bites as it sinks its teeth into your right arm again. And with that, I need for you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. Constitution. Oh, that's ugly. You know what? I didn't even roll under my saves. I should have another +2 on that.
Actually, your saves are on the main page over on the right hand side. You rolled.
Yeah, I rolled on the
you
left.
Rolled a con check, not a save. Alright, and with that, you feel the burning sensation of the wound, but no ill effects from the poison. Okay.
Oh, that's grand. I like it.
Alright, and at this point, it'll be the next turn, so Balasar and Toki, you guys can roll initiative to join in.
Remember where initiative is.
Main
There it is.
page, next to your AC.
Yeah, I found it. My -2. Yeah.
Making the
Wow.
best rolls today.
Dang. Alright, Ghost, you're up.
All right. Shit, not much I could do except attack. Wrong section.
Alright, and with that, your rapier hits, which will actually be a killing blow.
Okay.
So go ahead and describe that.
Do the damage?
Go ahead and describe it. Nah, you'll do. It only had 2 hit points,
Ah.
so.
Okay, so it had just leaped in at me, correct?
Yep.
So I suppose when it would leap in at me, I would roll onto my back, or something, or had it already leaped and attacked?
Yeah, it had jumped up and it bit into your left arm.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess as it bit into my left arm, I rammed my rapier into the side of its head, piercing through and through, and kind of following the spider to the ground to give my rapier a good twist to increase the size of the wound before I yank it out and rise.
shortly after you do that, you see Balazar and Toki approaching. And let's see if you guys notice. Oh, hell yeah. Balazar and Ghost, you guys both see the spider webbing. There's a lot of vibrations coming from the spider webs further to the east where there's more of them.
All right. So I want to snap my eyes back to what caught my attention in the first place and try to snatch that up.
All right.
Oh, Balasar's gonna call out. Look, you said east, right?
Yes, east.
Yeah. He points with his sword. He's like, over there. The webs, they are shaking.
Oh, that means more spiders are coming. We better get out of here. If we go the path that we were taking before, would we be running away from the spiders that are coming to attack us?
Yeah, that path that you guys were going along heads off towards the west, so the opposite direction.
Yeah, let's go back that way. You okay, Ghost? Come on, let's go. And then I head off in that direction that we were supposed to be going.
All right, and you guys see
Now,
Ghost.
come on, Balasar.
He kind of grabs something in the ground or by your feet. Couple sparkling gems and pockets them.
Well, more power to him. He's the only one who got hurt.
There you go. He earned it.
Yeah. Good job.
Ghost is mute. He'll just grin.
Like, we gotta get out of here, and we start to run, because I do not want to have to face a horde of spiders.
No doubt.
Gotcha. Alright, so you guys head off. Let's see here. D6.
I'm sorry, you got cut off. You were saying something?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing some rolls to see how many gems and their worth and everything. So anyhow, you guys head off at a run along the path to the west, trying to put some distance between you and the incoming spiders. And you travel along the path for probably a good 5 minutes before you guys probably slow down, I imagine, to make sure there's enough space between you and them. And you keep looking over your shoulders, seeing if Ghost is following, and also to see if the spiders are catching up. And you never saw a sight of any more spiders.
That's great. I would ask. Name. Oh, I always forget his name. Was Durgan?
Yes,
Right,
Durgan,
was that his name?
the alkaline.
Yep, Durgan the healer.
Durgan the healer. I wanted to ask him, the acolyte. I wanted to ask him, would he be able to look to tend to a ghost's wounds?
Oh yeah, right. And he looks at some of those wounds. Ooh, man, that does look pretty nasty. And anyhow, he draws out his holy symbol in the form of a rising sun, and he gestures around the holy symbol. And you see the holy symbol glows really bright, and with that, he then touches the wound, and you see a light pulsing from Ghost's wounds as he is healed for 10 points of damage.
All right.
Wow, Durgan, you're really good at this.
Thank you.
I clap the cleric on the back, give him a grin and a nod of my head, and move off into the shadows.
Back into the trouble.
I tell him, don't touch any more spiders. Don't fight any more spiders, guy. Come on.
I'll get this dice tower thing down one day.
Yep, gotcha. Anyhow, Truman, you ended up, there was a total of actually 9 gems that you picked up. They're
Nice.
blue quartz that are transparent pale blue color. Alright, so you guys are also, as you're following along the path here, there's a wind that is starting to pick up that is coming out of the north. It is autumn, but it's barely the beginning of autumn, and it's kind of unusual that it starts getting really cold. But you feel a real cold breeze, like a winter storm approaching.
I give each of my party members 2 of the gems for helping me out back there.
Okay.
Thank you, invisible friends. I appreciate it.
A hand comes out of the bushes.
Thanks, silent guy.
Oh, there we go.
And back to go hide.
As Ghost drops them off and heads back. Now, did you give some to Durgan, or just Toki and Balazar?
I give him 2 each. Oh, Durgan's the cleric? I'll give him 1.
Okay.
I should give him 2. I'll give him 2. I'll keep 3.
Alright.
I want to keep the cleric happy.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir. I'll have to make a donation to the church when we get back. It's much appreciated.
I roll my eyes. Face palm.
Gotcha. Anyhow, you guys continue along the path that was heading west, and it starts bending, and you follow this rough path as it starts heading back towards the east at this point.
I thought it was I know we were heading west, but I thought that was the path that we were following that I assumed that Orcs made. Was it, I guess, turning north, or was it, or
It went west for some time, and then now it's turning toward back, and it's heading back towards the east at this point now.
okay? And you say it's like getting really cold and stuff right now, or
Yeah, it's that wind's starting to pick up. The wind, you can hear the wind howling through the woods at this point.
Mm.
And
Is it already getting dark?
It is starting to get darker out as well.
Now,
I'll
as a silver dragon, the cold would feel good, or is it still, since it's natural weather, would he still be freezing like everybody else?
You're a little more resilient to the cold. You're used to it, so it doesn't feel uncomfortable to you.
well, all right. So I think that we should keep moving a little bit more until it gets a little bit darker, and then we should set up camp off of the trail. What do you think, Belisar?
You did say it was getting dark, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure. Good idea. We get you guys warm and maybe some sleep.
That sounds like a great idea. But yeah, so we follow the trail. I think that we should follow the trail a little bit more, and then veer off of it, away from the spiders, and then try to find a place that we can set up camp away from the road and away from the spiders.
Well, this the path that we're on. It's just a path that was cut through the grass and all that stuff, right? It's not an actual road, is it?
No, it's a rough cut path that you're on right now.
Yeah, we might lose it if we get too far away from the thing.
That is true. Okay. Well, I don't want to just put my tent right in the middle of it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Well, when I say away from it, let's just be like, I don't know, like 20 feet away from it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Within eyes distance is fine. As
Yeah.
long as we know where it's at all times. We just walk it through the woods and be like, oh crap, where'd it go?
Exactly. I agree.
Gotcha. All right. So you guys travel along a little bit further. Probably about 10 minutes later, after the trail started heading back towards the east, it crosses again with a large game trail, and you see the tracks turn onto that trail, heading back towards the north at this point.
So now this is a large game trail that people normally use to track, I guess, wild animals and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, well, that and being such a large game trail, it's probably used by deer and elk, maybe even boar, as they travel through the woods.
Okay. So even if we, like, I guess, set up a tent, like, let's say 30 feet from the game trail, we'll still be able to see that game trail easily?
You'll be able to see it once the darkness or the sun goes down, unless you have some way of seeing in the dark. You won't be able to keep an eye on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see in the dark. I have dark vision. I'd be able to see it. But if anything, I could lead these guys if they can't see it. Okay. So do you think over, and I point in a certain direction that's about 30 feet away from the game trail, is it dark now, or is it still somewhat light out?
There's a little bit of light, but if you're going to set up any type of camp anytime soon with some light, you're going to have to do it pretty quickly.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So I point like 30 feet away from the game trail. I say we should set up camp there, and that's what I think that's what we should do.
All right. You look over towards the east, off towards the east there, and there's kind of a gentle slope up that way, and kind of like on a really low kind of a knoll here in the middle of the forest that overlooks the trail. Gives you a pretty good high point. Might be a good place.
Sounds like a good place to me.
Oh yeah.
But that's where we set up camp, or at least that's where I try to set up camp with my big old tent.
All right. So you're gonna bust out the tent. So you start rolling it out and trying to set it up.
Yep.
What is Balazar and Ghost doing while you're trying to set up the tent?
Balasar is going to try to get a fire started for these guys. So he's going to be looking for firewood and whatnot.
Alright. You don't have any problem finding some deadfall. There's wood all over the place. So literally within minutes you have a whole big old stack of wood. And What are you doing, Ghost?
I'm just laying out the sleeping roll and winter blanket. We're in a small clearing.
You're kind of on a knoll area in the woods that overlooks
okay.
the trail.
That's cool.
And you see Toki over there. He's unrolling his big old tent. Balazar, he's collecting firewood.
Nice. I'll just practice with my I'll set up my sleeping roll with my winter blanket, and I'll just practice with my two-handed fighting for a little while.
I say, hey, silent guy. You know, when nightfall comes, you could share the tent with us. It's a large tent.
Cool.
That could hold 8 people, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. It holds 8.
Damn.
It's bigger.
Alright, so you see Toki over there is still struggling at putting this tent together. Balazar, you've got a big pile of wood collected for the fire. Are you starting it up already?
Yeah, I would try to start it getting going.
Alright, so you get it going. And Ghost, you have your sleeping, or your bedroll and your winter blanket already rolled out and ready to go. And you're over there fighting.
All right. Fighting mock battles.
With the poor trees. Durgan, he comes up to give you a hand, Tokilaru. He's all, I'm not sure how to set this up, but just tell me what I need to do to help you. And so he starts working on helping you out.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And Toki, as you're putting the tent together, you get the weird sensation that something is watching you.
Okay. So, what I do is I say, hey, Durgan, I'm not Durgan. I'm sorry, Balazar. I might need your help over here. Can you come here for a second?
Yes, my friend. I am on way. Looks over there.
And I whisper in a very low voice, in a very, and I tell him, don't yell or scream or anything, or point out or look suspicious. I'm just letting you know that I think that we're probably being watched at the moment. Just be wary and be ready if anything happens. Just pretend like, I didn't tell you anything, and make sure you have your weapon and your shield ready.
Will do.
Okay. Oh, be sure to pass this on to Ghost. All right. In a very low way, in a very subtle way.
Yeah, that's why I started laughing.
I'm still putting the tent together just as if nothing happened, though.
Okay.
Right. I keep my wand close to me just in case, because I'm getting ready to throw down. I have to throw down.
Gotcha.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, since I do have some torches, the fire's already lit. I could just use the fire to light the torch. So I'm gonna light up one of the torches. I'm gonna go by where Ghost is at, and I'm gonna go close enough to where I can, I guess, sort of whisper to him, while I'm trying to dig a hole, put the torch in so it can stand up and all that stuff like that. Quietly whisper about the issue of something in the area.
Okay. Ghost will slightly nod his head to show that he heard, but he'll continue going through his repetitions with his two-handed fighting style. But at the same time, Keith, as I make the various twists and turns going through my repetitions with my two blades, I want to look out into the forest around us and see if I could spot anything.
Okay. Actually, as you're doing that, you're spinning around, you look down the slight hill towards the trail, and you see some ferns kind of move a little bit, and you do some more swings, and you see something moving along the ferns with a bow in hand, with some type of a dark skin. It's getting hard to make out any detail at this point. You watch him for a few seconds, and then you notice that there's not one, but you see two of them. And they are heading, they're heading down the trail to the south towards you guys.
I'm gonna twist really quick into I can't pronounce his name.
Balsar?
Yeah. In his direction, and I take a few quick steps his way, being careful not to actually stick him. I take like a few sharp thrusts with my blades his way, and I quickly turn, holding my blades out wide, and point back the way I seen the forms with my two weapons, and then go back into my repetitions. But I'll twist, after a couple more repetitions, I'll twist back towards Balazar, and I'll kind of make a slash with my right hand weapon. Wait, how many did I see, Keith?
You saw at least two humanoid forms moving.
Did I see approximately? Oh, okay. So yeah, when I turn back towards Balazar and I thrust my blades out towards him again, I'll hold out two fingers of my right hand and sweep that blade out behind me and point back in the same direction.
Alright, so Balasar would finish messing with the torch, head back towards Toki, and be like, "Here, let me help you, friend." And he starts messing around with the tent with Tokalaru, and he tells him what Ghost told him, that there was seems to be two things coming from that direction, and like points with his elbow or something. Yeah.
I look in that direction, as subtly as possible while fixing the tent. And what do I see?
Alright, you look off in that direction, and let's see what you guys see. The only thing, well, actually, you've got the dark vision, so you'll be able to make out more details. You see some movement, probably about 120 feet down this hill and up along the path. There's some large ferns that are moving, and you see two humanoid creatures in dark green skin with some tusks jutting out of their lower jaw, holding some bows. It looks like they're hunched down together, and one's looks like he's whispering to the other one, and you see them visibly point in your direction, probably at the fire that's going at this point.
Oh, okay. So I want to do this as quickly as possible, and as I'm gonna let them know that I can see them in a very quick and fast way. I'm gonna move. Could I move down the hill to get at least within 90 feet of them?
You can move 30 feet, so you can move that far, and then that still leaves you in action. So
that still leaves me in action.
Yep.
Would I be? Because they're 120 feet away, I can move 30 feet, so I'd be about 90 feet away from them. Right?
correct.
Okay, I want to cast sleep on them.
Okay. Go
Use my
ahead
action.
and roll.
Yeah.
Let's see if you get any of them put to sleep.
See what happens. You said 5d8s, right?
Yep, roll 5d8, and that's the amount of hit points that you will affect.
Okay, let's see.
All right. So you... Oh, go ahead and describe that.
Okay, so let me make sure. It's blah blah blah. Okay, so I rush down a hill. I use my wand. I I use it in a lulling way, and I guess I don't know what it would look like. It doesn't really describe it, but I say, let's say a musical note flows into the bush, and hopefully puts one or both of them to sleep.
All right. That actually will put one of them to sleep. And the other one, he sees the other guy just kind of slump down and start sawing logs. And he looks up and he sees you at that point. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and go into initiative.
Right.
What about you, Ghost?
I'm going to try to use his action as my distraction and
Hold on. Where's your
move off
initiative?
somewhere. Oh, that's what you were asking.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I'll roll it in the
No, that's fine.
tower.
Yep. The only thing that needs to go in the dice tower is your skill checks. So that's fine.
Oh, okay.
So we'll give you the 24. Alright, so you're up first, actually.
Okay. I bolt to the nearest something I could see to hide behind. Is there some brush and stuff up here?
There's
I'm looking
bushes,
for a way to...
large ferns
Okay.
all about, and there's some pretty
Yeah.
good-sized growth trees on your guys' side of the trail. They're on the other end of the trail where there's a lot of smaller saplings.
Okay. I'm going to dart off into some brush. Let me see. Skills. Oh, that was a skill check. Dice tower.
Yep. Alright, so you sneak off and blend in with the bushes nearby. What are you doing?
I want to use an attack action. Hoping that I'm hiding. I'm hoping to get my backstab. And I'm attacking with a short bow on that remaining orc.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. That's going to hit.
Oh, what did I do that for? How do I roll the backstab? I just roll an extra d6?
Mm-hmm.
Was your rapier the same as your short bow?
Oh, was that my rapier? Damn it. It was. Sorry about that, Keith.
No problem.
So 15. If I am actually hiding.
Alright. So your arrow darts out, or your arrow shoots out, strikes him in the upper left chest. He kind of spins around and drops down on his knee, trying to see where you are, and looks off in your direction.
Okay.
And it looks like he has spotted you.
All right.
Alright, and with that, he in turn, he reaches for something wrapped around his neck, which Toki, you see, looks like a ram's horn, and he puts it to his lips,
Uh-oh.
and he blows on it. And with
That's not good.
that,
That's not good at all.
and with that, he drops to the ground, lying there. Alright, Balasar, it's your turn.
Quickly run over towards the fire to put it out, and the torch.
Alright.
I don't think they were coming to attack.
Alright, so you're putting out the fire, so that'll take your action this round to start putting it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that brings us back to Toki.
Okay. So he used a horn, and he just passed out dead, like after he used a horn.
Yeah, after he did that, he slumped to the ground.
That's... Did I recognize any? Did I see any magical energies or anything like that, or is just happened like that?
You did notice that he was hit with an arrow, probably from Ghost back behind you, and then shortly after that, he blew the horn, and then he slumped to the ground.
I see. All right, so I guess since that's settled per se, I want to rush to. Would I be able to pack this tent up in time, or no?
You figure you probably don't have any time to start putting this tent back together. If there's anything nearby along with these guys, you know it's just a matter of maybe minutes before, if there's any other ones, they're on you.
Okay. Oh, that sucks. Damn, I might have to leave this thing behind. Like, even if I had help, like with even with what's his name help, with Durgan's help, I wouldn't be able to pack it up in time.
With Durgan's help, it's probably going to take you 3 turns to pack it up.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so, All right, yeah. I start doing that. I want to rush back, and I want to get that tent. That tent costs too much money for me to leave behind for right now. Well, me and Durgan are going to try to pack this tent up, and I ask for Balazar's help once he's done putting out the fire.
Alright. Let's see how many turns. 3 turns. Oh, wow. Okay. Ghost, what are you doing? Ghost, what are you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I said I was running up. I was trying to roll up my sleeping roll while he was doing that, tucking it under one arm and taking off.
Alright, so that's going to take you a turn to pack up your stuff.
Okay.
Alright, Balazar, back to you. You have now put out the fire.
Alright, so yeah, so once he's done putting out the fire, Tokulara said that he, god damn, this guy pisses a lot. That he needs help with with taking down the tent, so try to help him as best I can.
Alright, so, alright. And I guess, Toki, you're still working on getting the tent taken down?
Yep, that's what I'm working on. Me, Balasar, and Durgan.
Alright, Ghost, after he puts up his, since he went by, he probably would come over and help you as well. So that'll shorten it by a whole, shave it off by another turn. So with that, it is down to you. You finally have it packed up.
Great. And we would, after we have it packed up, I have everything. Like I didn't take out anything else, so I'd be ready to go. I have all my things. I'm ready to go. Let's get out of here. We should head out of the area that we just were, and do we see any? Do I see anything coming towards us? Because I know it's probably dark by now, right?
Yeah, it is getting dark now. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
And to put this skill, put it in a dice tower, right?
Yes, please. Okay, you look off out towards the north, and probably about 100 feet away up towards the north along the trail, you see probably 3 or 4 more humanoid figures approaching where the orc blew his horn, looking all about.
How far away again? I'm sorry.
They're about 100 feet to the north of you.
Okay, so let's start heading south, guys. All right. So I tell them, there's there are about, you said 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 that you can make out.
Yeah, I tell them about 3 or 4 more guys are coming from the north. They're about 100 feet away. Let's see if we could head south. We may be able to ambush them, and may be able to stop these guys, or who knows what's gonna happen. Let's try to get out of here so that we're not jumped in the dark.
All right.
So we head, I guess, south a bit.
All right. So you're gonna head south. Are you gonna head along the road, or are you gonna go through the country, through the woods? Well, not road, but trail. I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that we should head towards the trail, because it'd be a lot faster that way, right?
Okay. And
What do you think, guys?
And are you running?
Yeah, no, the trail's...
Or are you carefully walking that way?
No, they're only 100 feet away. I'm thinking we should try to probably keep our heads down.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Stealth.
So he would whisper, the trail's a good idea because it might mask our footprints. They try to track us, and it might confuse them, allow us to surprise them, as you said.
Sounds like a great idea. So that's essentially what we do.
Okay, so you're going to be sneaking your way down along the southern trail?
Right, Tim.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. Then you go ahead and give me skill checks. Got one from Ghost already. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me check their stuff. Alright. So you guys start hitting along the south of the trail there.
Could I do one more thing while we head south, while we're stealthily trying to walk away?
Sure. What would you like to do?
So I want to use, let's see my abilities. spell. I want to use Silent Image since we're trying to be as quiet as possible, and since they're kind of far away, and they're from the north, right?
Yep.
So in their direction, are they coming from up, or are they coming like down? Like I'm trying to figure out exactly like how they're seeing us.
So they are moving along the trail that you're now hitting towards to the south, but they're coming from the north.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and there's no slope or anything like that, right?
Not down here where the trail is. The slope was towards the east off the trail. There's a gentle slope on that side of the road.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to use Silent Image, as if the trail was there, but there's no one. But as if the trail is there, but they can't see anyone on the road. So like behind us, I want to use Silent Image, but as if the trail was there, but no one's there. You know what I mean? Or are you following?
So, so you're trying to make
as
it
a
look
still
like.
image of.
Go ahead.
Go on. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. I would try to make it look like a still image of the trail in the forest, as if we weren't there.
Gotcha.
Behind us. Yeah.
Okay. So, you set off an image over in that direction, and you and Toki are hitting along, and even Durgan's actually doing pretty good of sneaking through the brush, and you guys are going along, and all of a sudden, Balazar, he wanders over into some dry twigs, and you hear some snapping of twigs in that general direction. You guys quickly look back to see if they heard that or saw that, and a few seconds goes by, and you don't. It doesn't look like they've noticed. And with that, you guys continue heading towards the south along the trail, and they are doing the same. And then you see one of the orcs stops, and then he Toki, you see him. He reaches for something on the ground, picks it up, and then you hear the horn.
Of course. Because he didn't pick up the twig that he stepped on, I suppose. Okay. So I think that we should move a lot faster. Let's start. So I don't want to yell it out, but I say let's start moving quicker, because these guys they know where we are.
All right. So you guys are going to start running, and are you going to stay on the trail?
Good question. I think that we should, for right now, we should stay on the trail, and when it turns, we should turn with it. But then, if we encounter orcs, we should head, I guess, closer into the spiders' forest and try to get the spiders to help us, in a sense. What do you guys think?
Huh? That could work.
Yeah, it could work. We could try to lure him closer into the spider's area.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
they get
hoping
lost. Yeah.
They'll either think we're going to get killed by the spiders and they'll turn back, or they'll rush in there and get distracted.
for. Precisely. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, we'll go back to the area where the spiders are, Keith.
Okay. And you guys are running along the path now? that right?
I think running would be best.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start running.
Okay.
Because they already know they're right behind us, right? They started the horn, and I'm assuming that they're going to start setting up their boardmen soon or whatever. So I think running is best right now.
Okay. So anyhow, you guys start running as fast as you can.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
Ghost is going to rely on his devious nature. And once his allies take off running, he's just going to slink lower into the brush.
Sink lower into the brush. So are you gonna?
Yeah, dig himself in and hide a little bit. Let Toki and Balazar serve as his distraction.
All right. So you're gonna stop running.
But he'll still go in the general direction they're going. Only stealthy. For now, he just stops running. He's gonna just dig himself in the brush and hide. He figures that the orcs will take off after them once they hear the noise of something crashing through the brush. And if the orcs take off after him once they start running, I'll pick up kind of moving stealthily, following the orcs.
All right. So you duck off into some bushes. Go ahead and give me another stealth check for that one.
I'm always good in the back anyway. I could always get my backstab if I need to. So yes, stealth.
Alright, so you duck into a big pile of ferns right off of the road there. And you see Toki, Balazar, and Durgan running as fast as they can down the path. Toki, you kind of steal a glance back every now and then, and you see the orcs are now running as well down along the path after you guys.
Yeah, I figured that would happen.
Go ahead and give me another perception check for Toki.
Okay.
Alright. It looks like there's probably, at this point, probably about half a dozen of them following behind you guys. And looks like they're starting to gain on you. And
So the backstab.
you also notice Ghost is nowhere to be seen at this point.
Of course not. Alright. Let's see what happens with this. What I wanted to do is... What I want to do.
And you recall the bend and roughly where the spiders were, and you figure the spiders are probably still about 200 to 300 feet up ahead.
Okay. Yeah, we keep to the plan. We keep moving forward, the best we can, because otherwise, would I be able to move? I'm running, so I wouldn't be able to perform any actions, right?
You can do actions while you move.
Okay. What I would want to try to do is to the orcs that are in front of us, or I can't get enough of them. It's not going to work. Never mind. I want to save my stuff for later. So yeah, so we keep running.
All right, and at this point, it's getting really dark in the forest. It is actually nighttime now. You notice that Balazar and Durgan are having a really hard time at this point trying to keep up with you. With it being so dark, they keep running into branches, almost tripping over stuff. Durgan's like, "Should I cast some light? Can't see in the dark."
Hey, Keith, this group of orcs that's following them, is there one that's kind of lagging behind the others?
I'll actually get to you in just a minute.
All right. I hold Durgan's hand, and I say it's okay, and I say don't cast light yet, not yet, not until they're right next to us. If they're right next to us, then cast light and that'll blind them for a moment. But tell us before you do it so that we could close our eyes. So I hold Durgan's hand so that he doesn't like fall and die in the woods. Balazar's. Let's see. For Balazar, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. Let's see. Balazar. It's hard for him to hide, and he's too big for me to really guide. How far are the orcs away from us?
It looks like they're probably about 80 feet behind you at this point. They're gaining, okay, but it's a slow gain at this point.
Okay. And they don't look like they look fine in the dark, or do they have torches or something, or?
They don't have any torches. You do recall that orcs can actually see very well in the dark.
Okay. All right. So, so we're 80 feet away from them. Are there? And so we're on the small trail right now.
Yeah, you're running along the trail, and you're still about somewhere between 200 and 300 feet from the webbing where the spiders were.
Okay. All right. So I think that we should, for right now, I think we should keep going until we get up to webbing to where the spiders are. And I hold Durgan's hand, and I tell Balasar to put his hand on my shoulder as I guide them through this terrain.
Okay.
This is the best. I think this is the best course of action for right now.
Better than what I was thinking.
You're gonna turn around and start killing people. I know.
Well, actually, no. What I was gonna do is I was gonna take my shield out, since I can't see anyway. Just put it in front of me, and just try to, break whatever branches I run into with the shield.
No, that's all right. Just put your hand on my shoulder. Or you could, one hand you could use as for the shield, and the other hand you have on my shoulder.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, let's see that.
Okay. Back to Ghost. Ghost, go ahead and give me a perception check. Mr. Ghost.
I'm getting it right now.
Okay. All right. So you see, you hear a lot of movement running right by you at this point. And without
I'm cool.
any form of light, you're having a hell of a time picking out exactly how many there are. It sounds like there's a crap load of them.
I think I'll go prone.
Alright. Okay. So anyhow, probably a few seconds goes by as you hear a whole bunch of these orcs passing right by you. One of them actually jumps over the fern bushes that you're in and lands literally about 4 inches from landing on top of you as it jumps over and runs past.
Nice. Okay. Are there any others that's that near?
That's the closest one that you're able to sense. Like I said, it's almost pitch black for you. Like I said, it's almost pitch black.
All right. I better just let him go.
All
I was going to try to backstab him. Probably a bad idea. I'll just let him go.
All right. So you kind of hugging that ground, trying to stay as still as you can. And a few seconds goes by, and you hear him running off in the distance to the south of you. All right, Toki and gang, you guys run probably another 100 feet down the path. The spider webbing is at least 100 to 200 feet away, and at this point the orcs are only about 50 feet behind you. You can hear them grunting back behind you as they're chatting. Is any of you guys got the orc language?
No, I can't speak Orcish.
I can't speak it either.
Gotcha. So you hear their tongue as they're speaking back and forth behind each other, and you can it sounds like they're almost right on top of you. Toki, you still glance from time to time, and like I said, you could see that they're about 50 feet behind you.
Okay, so they're about 50 feet behind us, and we're about 100 to 200 feet away from where the spiders were. Or at least where the webbing is, right?
Correct.
So what can I do? What I want to do. And there's 6 behind us right now.
Go ahead and give me another perception check.
See.
We'll see if you can get a better glimpse of what all's behind you. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're so close. You can actually even smell the odor from them. And you see there's 4 of them that are wielding these huge great axes. And then there are 2 others. One that is running along with some big stick with like a totem on the end. And then there's another one in some like leather armors and whatnot. He looks a little more frail than the other ones. And you get the impression that he's probably an arcane user, the way he holds himself.
Okay. But there are 6 though, right?
You see 6 of them, yes.
Okay. And right now we're down to technically 2.5 or whatever.
Yes.
The cleric right now. Alright. So sucks. The next turn we're gonna be there, but not quite. So what I wanna do is as an action, I only do but so much. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to cast, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to cast Sleep again on the orc that's in front of the bunch of orcs that are behind us.
Okay.
So that hopefully he falls asleep and the rest of them tumble on top of him and whatnot.
Alright.
At least that's what I'm hoping for.
Alright, let's see what you can do. Big number, big number, big numbers. That's right, Truman. I guess you haven't come across whoever that person is. Ooh, 30. Nice. Alright. So you cast your sleep spell, and you see 2 of the front orcs carrying the great axes. They drop to the ground, and the two behind there actually trip on them as they were all running together, and they stumble, leaving the one carrying the large, like staff-looking totem, and the arcane user is still hot on your trails at this point.
Okay. I think that we should engage these few orcs right now, and then after we finish with these, then we should burn to the forest. Would you be able to see? Actually, I want him to cast light now. That's what I want him to do. They're right on top of us, right? I want Durgan to cast light on. To cast light. I don't know if it's on these guys, but I want him to cast it like behind us. I tell all three of us to. I tell Balazar to close his eyes for a moment, and I close my eyes, and I want Durgan to cast light against those other orcs that are following us, and I want him to make sure that he shields his eyes from the light.
Okay, so you want me to cast the light on the orcs?
Oh, it has to be on an object, right?
Correct.
Oh, use it. Yeah, use it on. Hold your holy symbol up and use it, and use it on your holy symbol. If that's even better. Is his holy symbol big, like a big old cross or something, or?
It's a big necklace that he wears around his neck. All right. So he stops and he closes his
I wanted
eyes
to point it at the orcs or whatever.
as he turns back towards the orcs, holding out the holy symbol, and from it you see the rays of light as if the sun is coming up as it bursts out.
Well, I wouldn't see it.
Oh, well, that's right. You got your eyes shut. And anyhow, the rays open up like it's sunlight. You hear some grunting, and you hear all the orcs back behind there grunting, and they're stopping. You hear them stopping from moving. Ghost, you also see this huge beam of light just piercing through the sunlight down the road from you. All right. And with that, they're momentarily blinded. We'll go ahead and do initiative, but you guys will get a surprise round on them. So go ahead and roll initiative, and then we'll do a surprise round in just a minute. I'll be right back.
I like how the worst rolls. I don't understand. Why are my rolls so bad? Rolls so bad.
Alright, I'm back. Yep, Mr. Truman. That's right.
I just don't understand why anybody would accept a treaty with somebody they don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, I don't even have a name or anything to say, hey, this person wants a treaty.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe more information will come to you soon. Alright, so I see initiative from Toki and Balazar. You gonna roll initiative too, Ghost?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Initiative.
Okay. Alright, so that'll put Ghost. You're first.
Okay.
So at this point, the orcs from you are probably about 80 feet to the south of you.
Okay. There's not a whole lot I want to do. I heard the whole force march by. I'm cool.
Okay. So you're just gonna stay hidden out?
I'm not going to try to fight an army of orcs.
Alright.
Well, I'll creep ahead to see what's going on.
Okay.
Staying hidden, though. So I'll probably be moving about, 15 feet around?
Yep. Alright, so you're gonna sneak up there.
Would I be able to take a double move with stealth?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll let you.
With my
do
turn?
it. It'll be only 30 feet around, moving double though.
It'll be only 30 feet.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'll do. Until I could see what's going on.
Alright, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Alrighty. Toki, you're up.
Okay. So this is like the free round or whatnot?
Yep, this is your surprise round.
Surprise or dead. So, are all of these orcs like they're blinded right now, so they can't see at the moment?
Yeah, they're all blinded at the moment, can't see, and the ones with the great axes are all on the ground, trying to pick themselves up off the ground.
Okay.
Well, I guess
There's a
two of them
couple
are
of things
asleep.
Yeah, two of them should be asleep. Alright, so there's a couple of things I want to do. As that could do, that might work or might not work. Don't know yet. But what I want to do is, I want to. Shit, it might not work. So I want to move off to the. So right now we're on the road, right?
Yep, you're on the
On
road.
this little trail.
Mm-hmm. You're on the road,
Okay,
and
so-
they are about 50 feet behind you.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to grab what's his name's hand. I keep
Durgan?
Durgan's, right? Yeah, I want to grab Durgan's hand, and I want to tell Balasar to put his hand on my shoulder, and I want us to stand into the. I want us to get off of the road for just a little, for maybe like 10 feet or so.
Okay.
And let's say, wait, with silent image, right? Would that black out light as well? Because light is visual, right?
Yeah, light is visual.
No. I don't know. I thought light was like, because if light's visual, what I want to do is I want to take us both, move us to the side of this trail, out of the way of the orcs, and use silent image on us so that they keep going. But I don't know how well that's
Let
going to
me
work
take a
considering
look
they
here.
have mage users. I don't know.
Alright, so you create an image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than 15-foot cube.
So each one of us takes like a 5-foot cube, right? Or so?
Yeah.
So it should be able to hide 3 of us. I don't know.
So you can create an image of a creature and move it. You can alter the image so it appears to be walking. Okay. So yeah, I guess you could make an image of the 3 of you and make it look like you guys are walking down along the trail.
But be hiding in the bush.
And yeah, hiding in the bush. I would say you'd probably have to have Durgan put the light out, though.
Yeah.
So that way they'll
Okay.
chase the image that looks like you guys. If not, they might see the light off to the side.
That's why I want to happen. I tell Durgan to turn out his light so that we could hide off in the side and have the images run down in the same direction that we were going.
Okay.
Or we hide on the side.
Okay. So you do that. The light goes out, and you guys slowly, your vision starts to return to normal. You see two of the orcs with the great axes that tripped over the ones that fell asleep. They're kicking the ones on the ground, and it seems like they're yelling at them. The other two see the image of you guys running, and they shout something at the two orcs kicking the other two, and you see them turn, and they start, all four of them that are still left start running off, chasing your guys' image down the road as they pass by. And are you going to hold your concentration on it for the full 10 minutes, keeping them going as far as you can see?
Absolutely.
Alright. So, they chase after. They probably chase them down probably about another 120 feet before they catch up with the image. And at that point, I believe they get a savings throw to check it out. So let's see. Wow, and they're not very bright. Well, but if they roll a 20, that's good enough. So they're now about 120 feet away, and all of a sudden your spell dissipates, and you see them kind of looking about, trying to figure out what to do. What are you guys doing while they're doing that?
They're only 120 feet away from us, right?
Yeah, to the south, yep.
Oh.
So they're down over there next to the webs.
Well, I wouldn't want to move for a while. I think that we should wait and hold our position before anything else happens.
Yeah, since they don't know where we went.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
And be quiet as possible, and no movement.
Okay, so you guys are hiding out, trying to stay as still as possible. And a long pause goes around as you're watching Toki. You can see them in the dark. You see that they start to kind of spread out as they're trying to figure out where you guys went. When all of a sudden you start hearing some excited tones from some of them that are further out, as you see them rush to engage something, and you hear the sounds of battle at this point as they rush further to the south to engage something. You see streaks of crackling purplish energy shoot out from that arcane user, and from the guy holding the totem you see this spectral form of this long whip just whip out and touch something further in the dark. And anyhow, that goes on for a few minutes as they're battling down there. Welcome back,
All right.
Ghost.
So while that happens, there's one more thing I want. Could I make it look like, since we're just hiding, just laying low, could I put a silent image on top of us to look like it's just Earth?
Yeah. Now, is that a cantrip? or is that
No, it's I could cast it at will. It's a at will spell, and it doesn't. I don't need rest for it.
It's one of your warlock at wills. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can put it on top of you. Okay. So, Ghost.
I still want to see this going on, but I just want to make sure that we're as cool as possible,
All right.
as safe as possible.
Gotcha. Ghost, you said you're back, kind of. So, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I might have to go AFK for just a little bit, in about 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what's up?
So anyhow, you heard, or at this point, you're starting to hear the sounds of battle. Probably a couple hundred feet now, down to the south. And periodically you see streaks of purplish crackling energy shoot off, and at one point you see a spectral form of whip shoot out and hit something down to the south.
I'm still thinking with all the orcs I've seen run by, I don't know. I think if I ran in there and helped, we'd just possibly suffer a TPK. I think the best thing I could do is stay out just in case they get captured. Then maybe I could at least rescue them from these orcs. So I'm going to continue moving in with stealth at 30 feet around until I can actually see what's going on.
All right.
I'm hoping that if they get taken down, they'll just get taken captive, and I'll break them out, and we'll run away.
All right. Go ahead and give me a survival check, please. You need to put it in the dice tower anyways.
Oh, okay.
Lucky you. Alrighty. Alright, so you move further down the road. And I'll go ahead and let you have a perception check. Let's see what you get. No. Okay. So, you're moving down the road. At this point, Toki...
That second roll was for my stealth. The last roll was perception.
Okay. Toki, you see some movement coming down along the road, probably 20 feet away from you. It looks like it might be Ghost, or it could be a really sneaky orc as well, though.
Yeah, I stay quiet and keep my silent image up for as long as possible. I don't know. I don't want to fight anybody.
Okay.
It could be anyone. For all I know, Ghost is dead. Ghost could be a ghost by now.
Yeah. Alright, so anyhow, you see that fight go on for several minutes. You hear cries of victory after some time. And probably another few minutes goes by. And you start hearing the sounds of something walking up along the trail that you guys are right next to. And you look out and you see the orcs. It looks like they've got, looks like they're happy and excited. And they're hauling some sacks. And it looks like some chunks of corpse and meat and whatnot as they're now heading north. At this point, they're passing right by you guys. So at this point, let's see. Okay. Uh-oh. Ghost. Are you there?
I'm here.
Alright, so you hear something moving along the trail, and something is actually moves right into the bushes right next to where you're at, and it stops. I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll one more stealth check. See if they spot you or not.
Sorry, let me do that right.
Okay.
Yep.
Whew. Alright. Well, one of the orcs stops there in the bushes, and he's like literally like a foot from you. And anyhow, he starts taking a leak right there, and actually he pisses all over you, but he doesn't see you.
It's alright, I'll roll with it.
Alright, and a few seconds later goes by, and he runs to catch up with the other orcs as they continue heading to the north, as you now reek of orc piss.
Yeah, I think I'll lose my soiled oak.
Alright. So, some time goes by eventually, as you no longer hear the orcs.
Alright. I no longer hear the orcs or see any strange lights.
You don't see any strange lights, and it's quiet. You starting to hear the sounds of the forest return.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll continue going the way I've seen my allies go, and to see what I see. If I find their bodies, any sign that they... Well, if I don't find any bodies, then they probably escaped.
Alright. So are you going to stay hidden in the bushes as you move, or are you going to walk just along the path?
I'm definitely staying hidden. Those orcs are still running around.
Alright. Then at this point, Toki, give me a perception check, if you're there.
Alright.
Okay. Anyhow, the orcs passed by you, and it's been probably a good 10 minutes after they passed by, and you think you saw some movement coming from some bushes right on the other side of the forest from where you're at.
Movement from the bushes?
The bushes are moving. Ever so slightly.
I want to keep looking. I don't know. It could be an orc waiting for us or something like that, for all I know, or someone that lagged behind. So I want to keep like looking and making sure that I don't want to lose the concentration on my silent image, but I want to look to see what that could possibly be without
Okay,
being
well,
a
your
target.
silent image is dissipated by now, because it only lasts 10 minutes.
Now? Okay. So yes, I would. While looking, is there any other way for me to figure out what that is without having to get up from the hiding spot?
Unless you have something magical to peer through the darkness, or into the bushes there.
Nope, not at the moment. Yeah, I do not have anything magical to peer through the darkness as of yet. So I stay quiet and keep watch to see if it looks like Ghost or anything like that. Ghost can't talk, so
Yeah, that's true.
it's dark.
Okay, and actually, Ghost, you'll get a perception check since their silent image is gone. See if maybe you can spot them, since obviously they don't know where you're at. Nope.
Wow.
Wow. You guys are 10 feet.
The laugh says it all.
10 feet away from each other in the dark, and You don't even see each other.
Wow, it's dark.
Oh. Wow.
Do
Actually,
we smell
though,
him?
Toki, you do smell a strong smell of orc urine nearby as well.
Why would I know what orc urine
I
smells
know.
like?
All right, urine. You know
It
what
happened to me
urine
once.
smells like?
Yeah, I know. I'm just. Why is it specifically do I know? Like, that's orc urine. I know that smell.
It's true.
Okay, I smell urine. Oh, that must be ghost, obviously. What I do is what do I do? I cast, I want to cast Silent Image again, but on the road, I want to show an image of me just looking about, looking left and looking right.
Okay. Are you casting it down along the south of you, or up north along the path?
More towards the south.
All
So
right.
that, I want the orcs to see it that just went by, or anything like that.
Okay.
Would the orcs be able to see it from their direction or anything like that? Because if they can,
They've been gone
rather
for
not do
about
it.
10 minutes, so they're nowhere near here.
Oh, okay. So I want to do it a little bit to the south. I want an image of me looking left and looking right, as if as if I'm looking for someone.
All right. And with that ghost, you all of a sudden you see Toki up ahead, looking about.
All right. I'll step from the shadows then and approach him. I'll kind of shrug with my arms out wide and throw him my pissy cloak.
Okay, so you approach him and you see him. He looks to the left, looks to the right. It doesn't look like he's noticed you. And then you throw him your cloak. Give me an investigation check. And as your cloak hits the image, it completely disappears. Toki, you
All
saw.
right. I drop into a defensive crouch and draw my weapons, thinking it was some orc trickery.
So anyhow, Toki, you definitely now see Ghost as he stepped out and approached through a cloak at your image, and when it touched
Say
it, it winked
ghost.
out.
Yeah, say ghost over here.
All right.
Don't attack us. Come on, guy. Come on, ghost.
I hear somebody calling me, Keith.
Yep.
I get up and I wave and say, "Hey, ghost, it's me, Toki."
Yeah, you look over probably about 15 feet behind you to the north, where you just passed by, and you see Toki standing along the road.
All right. I'll just look back at my cloak laying on the ground and where he was just standing and scratch my head.
Magic stuff.
I'll shrug and approach him.
All right. So we were able to escape the orcs, but a lot of them. I don't know if just three of us, four of us really, with Durgan here, could handle it all by ourselves. I wish the rest of our party didn't just scatter into the wind. Have to figure out a way to. I don't think we can do this tonight. We definitely have to wait until morning, and then we'll definitely have to figure out a way to get the people from out of the slave camp, I believe that's what it was, or something. Save the people.
Yes.
I tell this to Balasar as well.
Oh yeah,
Slave
that's in my background. I gotta slaves. I don't like slaves. We gotta
Do
set loose
that.
some slaves.
Let's do that. Great. But we can't do that tonight, and we have to, I have to rest because I've been using my magic all day, or at least all night. Let's figure out a place that we can set up camp, so that we won't get attacked. Who's good at who's good at doing this? Are you good at this, Balazar?
I think the reason why we were spotted last time was because of the setting up of the camp. Maybe we should just stay in the bushes and use our sleeping gear. You know, like sleeping. What the hell are they called? Sleeping bag things.
The
Can't
bedroll.
think right now. Yeah, the bedroll. There you go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can just use the bedrolls and try to stay warm. Is it still cold?
Yes, it's actually gotten colder.
Figured. I didn't feel it because of all the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Okay, we look for a spot that's I guess in the general area that we are in now. And
Well, we are pretty close to the spiders, aren't we? We might not
Oh.
want to be right here.
oh, okay, so we should go further north a little bit.
A little bit, at least.
Yeah.
Don't want to go too far, because then we might run into the orcs again.
Exactly. So yeah, we go a ways north, but not close. Not nowhere near as close as we were to the work camp as we were before.
All right.
But in the bush somewhere, so that we're not spotted.
All right. So you travel back down the road to the north, guiding the rest of the party, who seems to be pretty blind at night. And you spot through some, because all you're seeing is different shades of gray, but it looks like there's a large patch of really large, like ferns off to the left. It's kind of in a low spot next to the road.
Okay. Okay. So it doesn't look like someone will be easily spotted in that little area, or in that large area, I should say.
It looks like if you guys were to bed down in the ferns, unless someone walked right up on top of you, they probably wouldn't notice you.
Okay. And is that right on the road, or is that like?
It's about 20 feet off the road, on the western side of the road.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Let's bed over there for the night with our bedrolls. Do you have a bedroll, Balasar?
Yes?
Okay, good. Oh, does what's his name? Does
Yeah,
have
I
a
do.
bedroll?
Oh,
And,
I know you had one. You had one at the very beginning. You had even a winter blanket.
yeah.
Jurgen, he's like, yeah, I have a bedroll.
Cool. All right. Well, I had extras just in case because I didn't know the party had any. And plus, I found them. It's pretty good. So I'll use one bedroll, and I use the other two bedrolls I found to wrap around me so that I could stay warm.
Okay. All right.
Like blankets or such.
So you guys unroll your bedrolls and whatnot, and set up to sleep in the ferns tonight. Now, are you
I
guys
think,
going to sleep in your armor, or are you going to take it off?
Well, I think. I
I
think
gotta take mine off.
you have to take yours because you have what, full plate on or something.
Well, no, but I have heavy armor, yeah.
Okay, I have leather armor on. Would I be? What would happen if I were to sleep in my leather armor? Like, is there any repercussions for that?
You would be able to rest through the night, but you would develop one level of exhaustion from it, which would provide disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. So what I would want to do is I want to take first watch, because I'm the only one who can see in the dark, apparently. So I'll take first watch, and right when it's time for me to go to bed, then I'll take off my armor, and then I'll use the bedrolls to go to bed.
Okay.
And then I'll wake up. Who wants to be second watch? Out of you guys.
Nobody else can see.
I can't stay up all night.
No, I know. I'm just saying, nobody else can see. I don't. My perceptions are ass, so I can't even like hear things coming or whatever.
Okay. What about you, Ghost? Ghost, can you take second watch?
Do we have a campfire?